We are here today at Ciclavia. It is the Vermont Avenue Ciclavia in South LA. We have stations at 39th, 48th, and 54th. We're here talking to people about the improvements that LADOT's going to be making along these corridors. We have a few bike audits that we're going to be planning that will cover some of these areas. We're going to be covering 39th, 48th, 54th and 60th, some of the improvements there, so people will have an opportunity to come out and really ride the streets and focus on, hyper focus on some of the improvements that need to be made. If there are opportunities for there to be rollouts, bump outs for the curbs and sidewalks, if there's not a lot of shading, a lot of light, that is along the, the path, for visibility, we want to think about those things. We want to think about how we're impacted in all the ways as pedestrians.
We do need a lot more public transportation options or just facilitation around that. There are options there, sometimes it's just hard to get to them. So sidewalk access, ramp access for people who might need wheelchair access, that plays a big part in commuters' ability to commute safely. Cyclists could really benefit from a designated cycling lane, separating drivers from cyclists and pedestrians alike so that they don't have to cross paths so much. Engagement efforts can be really difficult. PMJ does play that important role between the community and Metro.
I think South LA gets overlooked a lot when it comes to the improvements that can be made to the infrastructure in the streets. So it's important that we voice, sort of our opinions about the things that need to be made. So just having the opportunity to say, in a very real way, that these improvements need to be made, that our experiences have value, in South Central, I think is super, super important.
The models that we're trying to introduce are more thinking about accessibility and affordability for communities that have for a long time been neglected. We're highly involved in advocacy or on policy in terms of how the city's gonna build infrastructure in BIPOC communities in LA. With the incoming of the Olympics and the infrastructure bill that just got passed last year, there's a lot of resources that can come to the community. Local communities are really starting to come out now and enjoy the street as a recreational space. They're the experts. If you look at the maps now that we've created, folks are really happy to share their opinions. So we think that's the best type of planning that the city can do, is engaging local communities and events where they're going to be at.
38th has like horrible potholes. On that side, 54th, we shouldn't do anything to it. If you bring any more traffic this way.
Esto va a ir a los ingenieros del Departamento de Transporte para informarles, les enseñen cuáles son las calles que usted piensa que se tienen que hacer los mejoramientos. I want people from the community to enjoy the investments that are coming because they've been a long time coming.
The community needs to say, this is what we need, as opposed to the agencies coming in and deciding what's needed for us. There are a lot of community-based organizations out here. PMJ is definitely one of them doing the important work on the ground.
We want to make sure that South LA is safer for everybody, and this is a great opportunity for the people of South LA to have their voices be heard. Follow the QR code and you can fill out the survey on your phone or your tablet. Have your voice be heard.